Good morning, Barry Bryson. Thanking you for joining me again for another 5 good minutes with the Word. We're up to the letter Q in the Hebrew alphabet, Kof, verses 145 through 152. I'll begin with that letter. We're in Psalm 119, of course, and it's an acrostic. Several of the Psalms are acrostics or near acrostics, and this happens to be the biggest of all of them. And as we've also said, we're just barely scratching the surface of the wonder of this. We're barely scratching the surface of the feelings of it, of the theology of it, the doctrine of it, and the structure, just the stitching of it, how finely crafted a piece of work it is. It almost requires a new geometry, the way plain geometry is fine for things people make, but you have to have fractal geometry to figure out the things that God has made. The branching of trees or the way mountains are formed or rivers flow. You have to have a different geometry to describe those things. And you almost have to have a different geometry to describe the way this is put together. We just look at it and gaze on the magnificence of it. Fully human, fully divine. We've also talked about this guy sort of journaling in Psalm 119. I think that's exactly what he's doing. Whether he's doing one a day or just as the need arises for him to write to God, to sing to God, to work through these things. But we've seen him on this emotional roller coaster. He's had highs and lows. I don't think of him as being in any way manic, depressive, or anything. But I do think that, we know what he's going through. When things get tough, you go through knowing what you're supposed to do, then not feeling like doing that at all, and then feeling like you're justified when you don't do the right thing, being so angry at the people who are doing this, being angry at God for not doing anything about it, feeling guilty about the way you felt, feeling guilty about the things you've done because you were angry at the time, feeling things about you angry or guilty about the things you've done because you had good impulses, but you didn't think it through. And bringing all that to God, he's going through all of this, and the pressure from the outside isn't getting better. And today, he's in the depths. I cried with verse 145. I cried with all my heart. I've given you everything that I have to give. I've cried with all my heart. Answer me, Yahweh. I will observe your statutes. I cried to you, save me, and I will keep your testimonies. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I wait for your words. My eyes anticipate the night watches, that I may meditate on your word. Hear my voice according to your loving kindness. Revive me, O Lord, according to your ordinances. Those who follow after wickedness draw near. They are far from the Lord. You are near, O Lord, and all your commandments are truth. Of old I have known your testimonies, that you have founded them forever. Kind of ends on an unresolved note, him reminding himself what he knows about God's word. It really is almost a moment of decision, because he ends this section by saying, the people who are wanting to destroy me are right here. Also, you are right here. And so it's almost like he set up this confrontation between the forces of evil and the forces of good, represented by his enemies and represented by God. It's almost like he's, looking for, the conflict to finally take place where they get their comeuppance. This is a guy who needs relief, and he needs it now. And he's asked God to do three things. The first is answer me. Just let me know what's going on. The second is save me. I am about to fall. And the third thing is revive me. And I hope we see how these three rhyme in the way Hebrew rhyme works. It's a development of thought. Answer me. I need to know how it works, So I need help. I need instruction. Save me. I need to be rescued. I am mortally at risk. And then revive me. I'm already dead. I need you to make me alive again. So each one reflects a more severe threat and asks for more significant intervention on behalf of God. Everything is based upon God's word. necessary. 6 of the 7 words are used in this. He has not lost faith that God is righteous. He has not lost faith that God's word is true. He has not lost faith that the wrong is wrong and that right is right. This is what he's lost faith in, that God will do anything about it before it makes a difference to him. And that's where he is when we leave him today. Well, thank you for joining me for another 5 good minutes. And next time we'll be beginning with the letter R, the letter Resh in the Hebrew alphabet, verses 153 through 160. Thank you for joining me for 5 good minutes with the Word.